Hello guys and welcome back to the Anarchy Garage, and I have officially lost my mind and bought a supercar of sorts. So let's have a look around my new Lamborghini Gallardo. So it's the cold light of day after buying this Lamborghini Gallardo shell. And okay, I'm questioning whether I've made the right choice already. But let me tell you the idea and the concept behind this. So a long time ago, Shep and I actually borrowed a Lamborghini Gallardo from work. We were out test driving it, and do you know what? We had just such an amazing night out in that car. From the looks to the way it drove, and the sound of a Lamborghini Gallardo is spectacular. Not only that, these are so super usable. These are one of those cars that I know some of the Aventadors with the kind of Lamborghini doors and everything going up and the wild wings and stuff are amazing. But what the Gallardo does for me, which is just incredible, is the fact that it just works. The doors open normally, it just clicks into drunk and off you go. And it's something that I really loved about this car. I've driven some of the other models, but as far as a day-to-day simple use, this has always been the one for me. So let me explain to you though why I've bought this, and in this particular state as well. What I found is people get very precious about supercars, and rightly so. They're really expensive, but I don't want to be that person. What I want is a car that I can genuinely leave outside, get covered in brambles, bushes, get covered in salt, and just not care. I want to be able to use this in all weathers. I want to be able to go on supercar runs and rack the mileage up through the roof. I want to be able to literally climb on the roof and not care. And that is what this car is going to be for me. I want a supercar that I can truly drive every day. Right, so let's start to assess what is going on with this shell. Now, the first bit that I've got to have a look into is actually this front section here. Now, unfortunately, this is not modular. And this weirdly seems to be the bit that Lamborghini really should have made modular, because this is the bit that seems to absorb any impact or damage within any crash on these. Now, this section here, you can cut off and exchange. It's around about £3,000. So it's something I'm looking into. I'm trying to find one. So with this area, I'm not too concerned. It's just the front legs. These will get cut off and replaced. Now, across the front, it does have a heater box. This has got a crack in it, but I've located one. Washer bottle we've got. All of the wiring is here. Air conditioning pipes, master cylinder and brakes are all still here as well. So although this looks horrendous, guys, and there's a lot of bits missing, there's actually a lot here to work with to get this back onto the road. This corner then is the worst part of the actual tub. The reason for that is though, the car went on its roof when it was crashed. So this A-pillar here actually took the brunt of the impact. So what I'm going to do is try and pull it as straight as I can. And then I have found a replacement A-pillar. So I may actually weld an A-pillar into this car. I have also found a roof skin, but I'm not sure if I'm actually going to replace it. The reason for that is if I start replacing a big panel like this, am I going to start worrying about it? Am I going to stop resting my drink on the roof of this car whenever I go out? And the potential is yes. So I'm going to focus on the A-pillar and see where I get to, because that might need replacing just to get a windscreen in the car as well. The back end then of the Gallardo. Now, this is a very interesting part of the car. The reason being is, firstly, it has taken its own amount of damage in the crash by the engine moving and the weight of the car shifting. However, a lot of it has also been caused by it being moved around, and also the way it's been stripped and parts taken off, not sometimes in the best of ways. But the idea that I've got with this car, as long as I can get this tub somewhere near, if everything from here backwards was to suddenly be removed, it would still come into my idea plan for this car. So it's not actually the worst thing. But my future plan is I still want to have this put on a jig. The reason being is, if I can pull and stretch this car and get it closer to where it should be, before I start changing panels, the whole car is going to work out better. Now, a lot of the damage is actually on the top up here, so actually stripping it down and getting it back to bare bones is crucial at this stage. As you can see, these panels being here and everything that's on the side, there's still a lot to remove to get to everything underneath. Also, there's loads of parts left in here, so we'll go and have a look at those now. What makes this car so great for me to actually build into my dream car then is actually what's underneath. And when I say underneath, in here, it's actually got all the fuel tank left. It's got the radiators that sit inside the wings. It's got the grills, which are still sat inside the rear quarters. All of the wiring loom is still in this car. All of the water pipes, all of the cabling for the boot release, and much, much more. Now, this may sound a very simple thing to still want to go after a car, but once those bits are removed, it triples, quadruples the work. So the fact that all of the wiring loom is still in the cockpit is just a massive thing for this build. It makes it achievable for this to go back on the road well. Now that the car is actually at a decent height, let's have a bit more of a look inside, and I'm going to do a little bit of cleaning, tidying up, and just getting rid of all the broken glass out of the floor. That is then the full interior actually cleaned out on this. And hopefully you can see a little bit of a glimmer of hope, or a little bit of the vision that I have for this car. Now, the dash area. This is something that I do want to complete. The reason being is it forms quite a nice contrast for this car of the supercar versus race car versus rat rod that I actually want from this.
Oh my God! There's a supercar in the Anarchy Garage. Something that we never thought that we would be getting. Well, I think we always knew we'd get to it.
It was something that was always in the pipeline.
Yeah, it's always been in the pipeline. There's been as a lot of people know, me and Slater have been mates for years, and there was a really iconic moment in our friendship involving one of these. Granted, it looked a lot nicer than this one. So when he told me he'd bought one, I thought, yes, we're going to do this amazing idea that we've always had. But since coming over and have a look at it, it's not as bad as it looks. Weirdly, it scared a lot of people, but not us. There is a lot of good meat on here. Only issue I've got is him, because he seems to have gone to this, I'm going to jig it and I'm going to do all this. So don't say a word. I'm going to make the decision here, and we're not going to do this because Slater had an amazing idea years ago with one of these, and I'm going to make sure he's going to do it. So we're not going to jig it. We're not going to worry about whatever you were planning on doing in this. We're going to, right now, cut the back end off it. And he's got no choice, regardless of what he says. So we're cutting the back end off. Get the saw. Let's go. Yeah. Right, so Slater's done a cracking job and actually freed up a lot of this side. So even though I'm in there, which is where you probably haven't been able to see me, hidden underneath the car, I'm going to get a bit arty with this bit. Now, where a lot of this damage is, there's a really nice way actually that I can get quite arty with it and make it look really, really pretty. So what I'm going to do, using the special tool, is actually come from here. And there's actually really handy, there's a nice bracket here, which I've checked on the other side is exactly the same. And that's actually going to give us the line for where Slater needs to cut. So that's going to come here, but actually it's going to follow the sweep of this vent through here, which I don't know about anybody else, but it's one of the most iconic pieces of a Gallardo in my opinion. So I don't want Slater to cut too much of that off. So here's his lovely line to follow, which will go straight down to there. On with Slater with the cutting.
Shots, yeah, straight to the face, and I wanna get lost. I'm sick of this. Stop when I'm feeling this way, so I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy.
Right, so the time has come for the next cut. A lot of this is actually getting cut out of the way because it's so crumpled we can't unbolt stuff. So, next bit to go.
Nice.
Right, so I've just been taking some measurements from that side as to in correlation where the cuts are. Ideally, or kind of ideally, in a weird coincidence, the damage areas are fairly similar. So I've just made sure that we've got exactly the same cuts or near enough on this side. So we're going to get Slater to cut this side out, which completely eradicates all this back end to match that. But then we're going to be taking this tank out of here, which is going to give us better access to the inside of this quarter and hopefully smack some of that damage out. So really good progress, to be honest, and it's looking more and more complete the less it's there, which is really strange. But ace, this is really hard when it's dented this much.
Missed a little bit there. Oh yeah. I promise you, there is method in what we're doing. We're not just cutting it apart. Well, we are, but... Okay, all those people, including me, who want a supercar out there, go and have a look around them. Now, the reason I say that is, I'm aware of problems like this, but you might not be. So, come and check out the weld on here. This is a factory weld, guys. That is what comes out of Audi, Lamborghini, and the supercars. Absolute madness. Let me flip this over. So I know this is accident damaged, and I know we've been at it with the grinder, but look at the state of that. That is a factory weld. So yeah, something for you guys to think about next time you're thinking about buying a supercar. So, it's off. Supercars don't last long in the workshop with us, so this is our way of making this car want super again. And to all those people out there who go, will you work on my car? If this is what you want doing to your car, we are all on board. But you've got to remember, this is what we do with a Lamborghini.
So there you go. A supercar has entered the Anarchy Garage, and luckily, to a little bit of peer pressure from me, I've got him to do what he really, really has always wanted.
So yeah, this is actually going to be my dream Lamborghini, and Shep has put me right back on track where I should be. Now, when I say my dream one, next episode, we are going to show you, the next big step of this car, but also I've created a render, and I'm going to be releasing that so you can see the idea and concept behind this car.
I tell you what, you've got to get ready for this because this will blow your minds. But we're going to leave you there. So stay tuned for the next episodes of the Anarchy Garage.